Gina and Molly are two girl Americans, and Gina has just finished her shower. She comes out into the living room and she says, I just had a vision of MELTON. Big smile, ear to ear on that face. And Molly says, you had a vision of MELTON, son of a carpenter, married, dad a carpenter, worked on skyscrapers, mom Mary Ann? I'm the son of a carpenter, Mary. She said, yes. She takes her in there and looks into that steamy mirror and she says, right there, that's where I saw the handsome bald guy. Oh yeah. I know how you feel, Gina. I see the handsome bald guy in that mirror every day. Quite a treat, isn't it? Professor Foote is conducting class. He's walking up and down the aisles as he does, and he stops at one desk and he says, does anybody know what this is? There's a big pile of ashes on the chair there. And Gina looks in the books that are still on top of the desk and she says, it says Chad. And Greg says, oh, I know Chad. He was, he was, you know, working with those impersonators of Stone Cold in the way of Jesus' Immaculate House, in the way of Attractive Blonde and Near Blonde Girls, defining graphic art. And he said he probably got struck by lightning. And Professor Foote, he doesn't know if they're, you know, kidding or not, but he's always prepared. He goes up to the podium, gets a dustbuster. Hi, I am MELTON, son of a carpenter, Mary. Dad a carpenter, worked on skyscrapers, mom Mary Ann. I'm the son of a carpenter, Mary. I get to tell parables, and this is my big eye. My stigmata eye, growing a new pair. Blue-eyed DNA taking over for brown-eyed DNA, as you can see. It's got to go on with all the muscles, the bones, the organs. And that brings me to a gold here. My motorized a wheelchair. Yeah, he is that. He's gold. Now, as far as that one back there, I call him lazy. I've looked all over the place, and I can't find his joystick. It expects me to push him around everywhere. We are at a college party, and in between a whole lot of other, MELTON. Son of a carpenter and Mary. Daddy carpenter worked on skyscrapers, mom Mary Ann. In between a whole lot of other videos, there's this one in which I say, girls, awaken from your slumber. You know better than most. Beards are no longer required. Long hair and dress is still in style. We have work to do, building Jesus' house. And Kayla has a faraway look in her eye, and yes, she'll be doing that. I am MELTON, son of a carpenter, married, dad a carpenter, worked on skyscrapers, mom Mary Ann. I'm a son of a carpenter, I get to tell parables. Yes, I'm the guy, girl in a new pair of eyes. And I apologize, I just don't have a nightly parable bite for you tonight. I'll work on it. I'll get back to you tomorrow, hopefully. Mo, look at you. You handsome bald guy. Better than ever. Oh, better than the 800s. And you know how good looking you were back then. That beard and long hair were holding you back. Alright, let's get this uploaded. My apology. I am MELTON, son of a carpenter and Mary, dad a carpenter, worked on skyscrapers, mom Mary Ann. I am the son of a carpenter and Mary. I get to tell parables. Also get to answer prayers. Who's up first? Well, hello, Jessica. How's college going? Oh, good. What are you praying about? Okay, I'll see what I can do. Then the next day, Jeff says to Harry, "What's wrong?" He said, "I was in the bathroom, brushing my hair, combing my hair, and for a split second I saw MELTON, Stone Cold MELTON, Son of a Carpenter Mary. And then it passed." Well, I'm sorry, Jessica. It just didn't take. Get the rest of the cheerleading squad together, drop Harry, come see me in person. I'll design you some nice flower imagery. Olfactory is talking to a parishioner after church, and she has one of these in her hands, a 4x6 photo, and she has some documentaries, yes, from the Military Pitbull Project of those fraud of a faith. LDS, Latter-day Sinners, knocking on doors, and folks tell them just that, and she feels sorry, the parishioner, the nice lady, feels sorry for the Mormons. And she says to Father Olfactory, they're just, trying to promote their church. And Father Olfactory calmly tells her, yes, but you have to realize Jim Jones and Charles Manson were also doing missionary work. Lots of folks work nowadays. They don't like it when they case their neighborhoods, when they pray in their elderly, and they shouldn't. I am MELTON, son of a carpenter. Mary, Daddy carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom, Marianne. I'm the son of a carpenter. I get to tell parables. This is my wheelchair gold. I'm growing a new body, new pair of eyes. Used to be all brown, now they're, a lighter blue there. And I need gold right now, but somewhere along the line, maybe when he got, went to the repair shop or something, he saw those battling robots. You've seen them. And he wants to be one. A hammer, kind of axe on one side, a scoop on the other, maybe a spear somewhere. And I tell him, gold. No. You can't do that. Yeah, I know you'd be good at that, but I need you. I am MELTON, son of a carpenter. Mary, Dad carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom, Marianne. I am the son of a carpenter. Mary. I get to tell parables, and I also get to answer prayers. Alright, who's up first tonight? Well, hello, Gwen. What's on your mind? You saw a drunk angel? Oh, Gwen, I'm sure you're mistaken. Sometimes birds can resemble angels. I'm sure that's what you saw. He came out of O'Leary's bar, flew in a zigzag fashion until he got caught in your elm tree. Oh, Sandra, quick, Henry's off the wagon. Go get him before someone else sees him. We are at a college party. Could be a Halloween party, could be a costume party, but we're there. And Kayla asked Tony, what are you supposed to be? And he says, oh, Tarzan. And she says, but you're wearing a t-shirt. And Tony says, oh yeah. They were showing a whole lot of Stone Cold MELTON, son of a carpenter. Mary, Dad carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom, Marianne. And yeah, he felt get my shirt off night with parables. I'm way behind, so I hope to do them during the day. I can put my shirt back on. And I'm sorry, guys. Maybe if you worked out. 252. Girls, come see me. To be in this imagery. To be a part of building Jesus' Immaculate House. Joan and Amy are complaining after their yoga. That position was impossible to get in. I can't believe Kayla and Celeste were able to get into it. And just then, Kayla and Celeste come walking out with the yoga instructor, and the yoga instructor has just given them some good news. They're gonna be on their way to meet Melton, handsome bald guy. Yes, this is a look into the future. After somebody has torn down the Great Wall of Evil, it has just me and these flowers in my imagery. And yes, they get to come see me and be a part of building a better world. Be in my parable videos and my parable imagery. Try to call me 424-229-4140. Make a video of America's High-Tech Lifelines. Brenda is an angry brunette, and she's at a college football game when her boyfriend, a jealous hairy guy, Bart, calls her up, and she says okay, and she turns to her friend Tanya, hands her a blonde wig, puts on a blonde wig herself, and she says, Stone Cold Melton, son of a carpenter Mary, daddy carpenter worked on skyscrapers, mom Mary Ann. I and all other hot blondes on college campuses think you are too handsome and too funny for your own good. Afterwards, her friend asks, why'd you do that? And she says, well, Stone Cold Melton was watching the game, and as everyone knows, he can read lips. That is not true. That's an ugly rumor. I don't know who started that. Jack and Jennifer are at a college party, and they are talking about me, John Melton Brady. These are snapshots, screenshots of my phone, a portfolio website on my phone. You can't reach my phone or this website, they explain. 424-229-4140. No one's reached me yet with a 911 Flight 93 chat. That's going to be our Gates livelihood. So that Gates and Microsoft and the computer industry, so that Spectrum and the internet cable business can be the top of the business, even though they don't deliver the best product. And oh yeah, we just had the election yesterday, didn't we? You can't reach voter registration links right here on Daffodilio. Yeah, none of those were elected properly. Go the chair behind Stone Cold. Bambi is a college cheerleader, and the cheerleading coach calls her aside after the game. And she says, Bambi, I noticed when Adam intercepted that football and ran 80 yards for that touchdown, you were a cheering. Go Melton, not go Adam. And Bambi apologizes. He says, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was doing that. And the coach says, well, don't worry about it. Just be more careful of what you're cheering next game. And Bambi says, okay, I will. You sure are a whole lot more understanding than my boyfriend was when that happened in bed. I'm Melton, son of a carpenter Mary. Dad, a carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom, Mary Ann. Son of a carpenter Mary. Handsome bald guy with the hat there. When you see me in gold, growing a whole new body, new set of eyes, everything. You see me in gold out rolling around somewhere, ask us for a portfolio card. Yeah, you can print out 26,000 plus examples of my graphic art. We'll dress up your tabletop, that nightstand, that desk. But yes, you see censorship when you try to call me. 424-229-4140. So make a video of whatever you get when you don't get me and ask for that card. Man in the shadows with a light of truth. Make a video of your hijack call to me right now. 424-229-4140. I'm John Melton Brady. And I've been asking for over a decade for that first 9/11 Flight 93 check. That's you. Picking up your phone and knowing that it works all the time because you can reach me. Can't reach me, you have no idea when else that phone won't be allowed to work. So make that video, post that video. Every time you see a sunset, make that video of your hijack call to me, 424-229-4140. See that phone as every child in America's lifeline to the firemen, police, and paramedics. Make a video of being hijacked. Got the timestamp on your phone, you got the number dialed. Those hijacking your calls to me are worried enough about it to alter phone records to cover it up. Get that on video. We are at a college bar, and now the bartender has a whole bunch of DVDs hanging off of fishing lines above the bar, and he's also got a big bowl of flash drives there. And Kayla watches as a whole bunch of folks go to get their drinks at the bar, and then Al hands him a complimentary flash drive or DVD, and Kayla after a while says, "Al, I noticed you hand the brunettes flash drives and you hand the blondes the DVDs. They're both full of my 26,000 graphic art photos." And Al tells him, well, the brunettes often forget to take the fishing line off and put it in their computers and mess things up, so I hand them the flash drives, I hand the brunettes, the blondes, the DVDs. A couple of guys in uniform are talking to Arnold, and Arnold says, "Why are you talking to me?" And one of the uniformed guys says, "We all know about John Milton Brady, Melton, Stone Cold Milton, son of Carpenter Mary, died Carpenter, worked on skyscrapers, Mom Mary Ann. I'm the son of Carpenter Mary." We all know about him asking for 9/11 Flight 93 checks for over a decade without getting one, pointing out the placement of a cowardly Hussein right after we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins, and also the buffoon wrestling guy in there now. He has made a video where he says too, "Oh, police, military, guys, knock on that door right over there." Oh, that hurts. Muscles. "Knock on that door and take me to a press conference, or take me to one of 20 places without Spectrum and other harassment techniques next door, and we're afraid to go knock on this guy's door in person. We need you to come with us, Arnold." 2,000 years ago, a bearded, long-haired son of a Carpenter Mary is talking to Arnold. And he says, "It will take time. This is change, millennia in the making. It will take millennia more. But I want you to be a part of building a better world, building Jesus' immaculate house." We will meet again. And then he turns and starts to walk away, turns back and says, "Arnold, I'll be back. I am Melton, son of Carpenter and Mary. Daddy Carpenter worked on skyscrapers. Mom Mary Ann. I'm son of Carpenter. I get to tell parables. And this is my wheelchair gold. And this is a portfolio contact card. See my contact, think your contact. And I can put it right there. Or you can show me your favorite flower, and or perhaps your favorite wheelchair, and I can turn that into a nice contact. But yeah, you gotta see me in person because the devil steals your calls. 424-229-4140. Make a video of that. That's your lifeline not working. You don't know when this won't be allowed to work. And when you see me in gold out of rolling around, ask us for a contact card. So you can check out my work, download those 4x6 photos. I am Melton,
Son of a carpenter and Mary. Daddy carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom Marianne. I am the son of a carpenter, Mary. I get to tell parables. And blue light dad. He always tried to make Thanksgiving, Christmas very special. And one day, one Thanksgiving, he invited the Pilgrims over and the Indians. Oh, he's blue light dad. He can do stuff like that. It didn't work well though. You know, they were always arguing with each other, and came time for the meal, and in the middle of everything, the Indians got up and said to the Pilgrims, "You stole our land! You stole our land!" And that got Dad angry. He got up and said, "Your land?" Yeah, we had more turkey that year than that. Girls, do you have a love emergency? Like your arms are empty, and you need a handsome bald guy to fill them? Yeah, try to call me, Melton, 424-229-4140. Try to call me. See, the devil stealing not only love, but your opportunity to have a nice forever flower image designed up your favorite flower. Use it for a mouse pad, desktop, t-shirt. Print out 1,000 times like this as a 4x6 photo. You see the devil stealing? Solve that problem. Come see me in person. Let me define graphic art with your beauty, girls. But yes, you gotta see me in person to do that. Oh, there's my address.
Susan, a college student, has just met Frank at a bar, and she's brought him back to somebody's house. And she says at the door there, "You're not married, are you?" And of course he says, "No, I'm not." And she says, "And you're really a fireman?" And he says, "Oh yes, I am." And she opens that door, and yes, it's a whole bunch of college students. It's just like I say with the cops. You give them an opportunity to be law enforcement officers or corrupt and cowardly. Same, more so with the firemen. Some of them have kids. Some of them have relatives coming in. They might decide to be here professionally in California. They want to know what the LA Fire Department's active part in America's HIGHJACK Lifeline and my insulin poisoning is. Tommy is the embodiment of the Great Wall of Evil. Yeah, he was told by his boss to stick his right arm into a wood chipper. He did that to the left arm. Wisely jumped off. And in this minute parable, Tommy, he is tossing and turning next to his girlfriend Rhea, having a nightmare of truth. A John of the Military Pitbull Project has found Norman, a 100-year-old man. And he shows Norman what the Chinese, the Great Wall of Evil, have done to devil's people walking among us. What they've done to his family. And he takes Norman and he gives him that fountain of youth, those street chemicals, to be a battler of the devil. The guy who dropped off my wheelchair gold here had a joke for me, and I've reworked it a little bit. These three construction workers are way up on top of a building, and they all check their lunches. This black construction worker has chicken, the Mexican one has burritos, the white one has bologna sandwich, and they all say, "If we get this again tomorrow, we're going to jump." And sure enough, they get the same thing again tomorrow. Their wives packed for lunch. And yeah, they're at the funeral, the wives, the widows, and the two Mexican and black widows are saying, "Yeah, if only we had packed something different." And the white one says, "Oh, I had an insurance policy out on Henry." And yeah, he gets the bologna, and my lover comes over during the day for the steak. The domino effect can reach the world.
with truth. Here's how it works. I've been telling you to check your family's lifelines. For over a decade, I'm John Melton Brady. That's my contact. Certify your mail. Make those 93 check calls. Make a video. Whoever's in the room there with you, their phone not working as you try to call me with it. Timestamp on the phone number, dial those hijacking your calls to me, or word enough about it to alter phone records covered up. So you get that on video. You get Trump and Hussein's phone game. And yeah, you pass it along. Text it, email it to other folks. Oh, I've been asking for over a decade. They gave me insulin poisoning to stop me. That didn't stop me. And yeah, I tried to go with my wheelchair. That didn't stop me. The domino effect of truth is unstoppable. Jennifer is trying to explain to Lita what I, Melton, son of a carpenter, married. Dad, carpenter, worked on skyscrapers, Mom, Marianne. What I mean by the streets, the unseen business. And as he tells her, anything that is very predictable, very repetitive, very boring, that's the streets. And Alita looks over at Harry and she says, Harry's the streets? And Jennifer says, well, yeah, he is. Harry can be, you know, a foot shorter at times, a foot taller at times, a lot heavier, a lot lighter, but he's got these caricature kind of looks. And yeah, he's boring as anything. Yeah, Harry is the streets. I'm Melton, son of a carpenter and married. Dad a carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom Marianne. I am the son of a carpenter married. I get to make parables. And Gina and Kayla have been watching some parable videos I've made with the disciples. Yes, this is a look into the future once somebody has torn down the great wall of evil. Around me has just me and my big eye here, in big stigmata, in my imagery and videos. And yes, Kayla has pulled up on the computer and she says, look at this. That looks just like a blonde Joan of Arc. And that one over there, she looks like a blonde Audrey Hepburn. And Gina said, well, it makes sense. He's the unseen business son of a carpenter married. He works with gene pools from the past and the present. Kayla is talking to her friend Gina, and she tells her, I'll just tell Frank that he fell asleep in the recliner after that big Thanksgiving Day meal. He does it every year. And Gina says, oh, okay, that'll work. But what are you going to tell him about the shaved head? And Kayla says, well, I don't know. Please, do not shave your lover's head. They're not going to look like me. And they're just going to be bald and angry. Frank and Ralph are two college guys. And Ralph says to Frank, so how's it going with Brenda, your girlfriend? And Frank says, well, I had to drop her. I'm too busy. Yeah, he did what I told him to do. You get flash drives, DVDs even, full of Melton's imagery. And yes, 9 times out of 10, you're going to strike out. Hand them a flash drive full of Melton's imagery. And yeah, the next time at that party, at that college get together, at that bar, they're going to look for you. Make sure you got the latest. Gina and Molly are two girl Americans.
and they're at a party and they're having a little argument with each other, and Kayla and Leah come over and they say, what's the problem? And Gina says, well, I want the Stone Cold Melton shirtless handsome bald guy, son of Carpenter, Mary, Daddy Carpenter, worked on skyscrapers, Mom Marianne, I'm the son of Carpenter Mary. I want the shirtless handsome bald guy poster on my side of the bed, and she wants it on her side of the bed. And Kayla and Leah, they smiled and said, we used to have that problem. And we put one on one side of the bed, put another poster of the handsome bald guy. Shirtless on the other side. And yeah, we got that nice mirror up there. We put one up there so he's in between us, you know, when we're lying in bed. And so another problem solved. We are at a college party, and Harry holds up an 8x10. This is a 4x6. Print them out through the some of these sites. Download, print them out. Warn your neighbors and such about the Mormons. Give them something to say when they knock on the door. Anyway, Adam holds up that 8x10 Mormons Beware image, and he says, look what I got. And all of a sudden this little Chinese fellow comes running out of nowhere, jumps up, grabs the 8x10, tears it up, cusses in Chinese, who knows what the hell he's saying, runs out of there. And yeah, Harry says, well, that's why I brought a whole box of them. This is how you know the Chinese wall is crumbling worldwide, not just around John Melton Brady. Hand these out to your friends.
Marcus and Johannes are talking. And Johannes says, look, there's that guy with the very narrow eyes who's always shedding his skin. And Marcus says, well, we should be friendly, he just moved here. And they go over and say hello to Wang. And just then, a mountain nearby erupts with lava and ash. Oh yeah. I'm Melton, son of a carpenter, Mary, Daddy Carpenter, worked on skyscrapers, Mom Marianne. I'm a son of a carpenter, Mary, I get to tell parables, and yes, Dad's never been a big fan of the Chinese or the Orientals, and with everything going wrong with my electronic equipment over the years, I'm not either. Kayla is talking to her friend Amanda when the Immaculate Network lights up. No, it's not me with a parable video or a newly designed image necessarily. It's a Jennifer. She makes sure to send a different Melton's image, like 26,000 plus of them, to her friends, attached to emails and texts and all of that. And of course she makes sure that they have that 4x6 photo prepared to print out if they like the image. Print me out like you print your family's photos as 4x6 prints. And yeah, my son of Carpenter sugar check was $143 this morning.
I am Melton, son of a carpenter Mary. Daddy Carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom Marianne, I am the son of a carpenter Mary. I get to tell parables, and this is a look into the future. After somebody has torn down the great wall of evil around me, that has just me and these flowers in my imagery. We're building those 1,000 points of light once you tear down that great wall of evil. Building those 1,000 points of light to inspire the future and the present to greatness. Oh, beautiful architecture, landscaping, all that. And best ideas, of course. And some young ladies have journeyed far to visit one of those points of light. And yes, the greeting crew does their job. They find out what's favorite flowers each of them has, and in the middle of the night they put them outside their windows.
Gina has gone to the hospital to visit Larry. He's missed a few classes and she has some notes for him. They're both college students. And she has to ask what happened. And he says, I was out washing my Porsche. Oh, a brand new car he got with ill-gotten gain. Being a part of the impersonator industries around me. Dissuading folks from coming to see the one and only. The John Melton Brady Melton. Handsome bald guy. And yeah, he says, out of the clear blue sky, lightning bolt hit him. And then as he was being taken to the hospital, yeah, his car was out there unlocked and somebody ran off with it. You know, ill-gotten gain. I'm Melton, son of a carpenter and Mary. My dad a carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom Mary Ann. Yes, I'm the man in the shadows. With the light of truth, make that video of your hijack call to me. 424-229-4140. Not 911 Flight 93 check of your lifeline, of America's lifelines in over a decade of asking. Make that video, post that video. Come see me in person. Yeah, 4260 Eagle Rock Boulevard, apartment 409. Los Angeles, California, 90065. Tear down the Great Wall of Evil. It has just me and these flowers. In my 26,000 plus examples of my work, you can find at daffodilia.blogspot.com. DAFFODILIA. Tear it down. Be in this imagery. I am Melton, son of a carpenter and Mary. Dad a carpenter. Worked on skyscrapers, Mom Mary Ann. I'm the son of a carpenter and Mary. I get to tell parables. And I've often said, I don't want to get married. It's a mom thing. I want to get Kayla and Leah and Monique and Jennifer. So the only proposal I have is for photographers worldwide. You provide me with the photographs. The Great Wall of Evil won't let me have decent cameras. Provide me with the photos. I design the imagery, and you make money off it. Give me a percentage. Mindy has just gotten home for Thanksgiving break. And the first thing her mom asked her is, do you know Melton, the graphic artist? And Mindy says, yeah, all the girls on campus are talking about him and his beautiful graphic art. And the devil's people walking among us, they're working overtime to try and keep everyone from seeing his latest. And Mom says, yeah, well, that's what I'm having a hard time doing. You're not going to let the Chinese stop you from getting Melton's latest. You know, he has a thing for blondes. And you and your squad are blonde. And she says, you're not trying to pimp me out just for imagery. And she says, no, it's not just for me, honey. Your dad likes his Tommy parables. Toby is a surfer. He's also a college student out here in California, and he is talking to some LDS, Mormons, Latter-day Saint missionaries, yes, the ones casing America's neighborhoods while they are off working, and preying upon the elderly. And he says that's bogus what you're doing. We're having a kegger here, and you're interrupted. That's not right. And a girl from back behind him walks up and hands him a card. You can hand him a big 4x6 one, or the 2-door 4x6 ones, or the 4-door 4x6 ones that fit in your wallet. And yes, Toby finds the words to say, we don't like you. Never mind the dogs, beware the owners. Aaron is a director, and his assistant says to him, what's wrong? You're snapping at everybody.
And Ron says, well, I keep having the same dream every night. Starts off 2,000 years ago, and I'm a disciple of Jesus. And always ends with me back in my hometown of Mayberry, going fishing with my dad, only it's not Andy, my dad, it's Stone Cold Melton. And he wants me to be a fisher of men. And oh yeah, my Uncle Barney, he's Chinese. I'm Melton, son of a carpenter and Mary. Try to call me and see why you need to be a disciple of truth. Tony and Tina are both college students, and boyfriend and girlfriend. Oh, find my Mormons Beware at these websites. Download and hand out to anybody who needs to know about the Mormons. Case in their neighborhood. Anyway, Tony says, let's go to a Ralph's party because he's got the latest Tommies. And Tina says, oh, I don't like Tommies, he's a brunette. As a kind of a short attention span. And Tony says, well, don't worry about it. He's got a whole bunch of new ones that are just a minute. A cop is up on the top of a skyscraper trying to talk down a jumper. And the jumper just keeps going on and on. They lied. They lied. Everywhere I go, it's the same. And the cop says, calm down, son. What's the same? And the jumper says, they promised me that the Mormons, LDS, Latter-day Saints, missionaries, don't do missionary work in Los Angeles. They lied! They lied! And then he jumps. Don't let it get to that point, guys. Put Mormons Beware in your neighborhood. This 4x6 photo. Mitch has just taken Tony into this big control room. And he puts him down in front of one of the monitors. Computer keyboard right there. And he says, this is Melton's. John Melton Brady, Stone Cold Melton, son of carpenter, married dad carpenter, worked on skyscrapers, mom Mary Ann. This is his latest video. This is his latest image with him in it. And then Mitch shows him what the computer programs do. Bigger face, taller face, funny ears, big chin, all kinds of different eyes. And yes, the imagery done that way as well. And he says, why? Why are we doing all that? He said, to match all the impersonators worldwide. And yeah, if the girls knew how good looking he was, they'd just come see him. Oh, girls, the traffic isn't that loud, and you speak a little louder than you think. I hear what you say across the road there. Ended up in heaven when I ended up in the wheelchair when I fell out of heaven. Actually, I'm growing a new pair of eyes. I don't know if they'll show up. New pair of eyes, whole new body. I might as well get a stigmata eyes in. I'm Melton, son of a carpenter. My daddy carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom Mary Ann, I am the son of a carpenter. I get to make parables, and yes, it used to be all dark brown, darker than the brown you see there. Now they're bigger and a little bluer, and this one's always hard to see. But come tell me what you think of my stigmata eyes. Ralph is at Ed's office, and he says, what is that from next door? I keep hearing farting.
And it tells them, oh, I don't know what business they do, but it's Lucifer Inc. You'll hear that farting all day long. Oh, I know what they do. They are Orientals. That's the way they talk. And they're up to no good worldwide. Remember, check and post 424-229-4140. Make a video of America's Hijacked Lifelines, and they got a dartboard next door. And they throw the darts at the board, and that's what this says right here. Feel the same whether it's 500 or 100. I'm Melton, son of Carpenter Mary. Daddy Carpenter worked on skyscrapers. Mom Marianne, I'm son of Carpenter Mary. Get to tell parables. And Daffodilly of the Wick site there is where you can find a lot of graphic art. Oh, these are the small ones, 2 to a 4x6 print. Come bigger. That's what Kayla finds out. Yeah, Sugar Check Parable 242 and 2 of my minute Sugar Check ones. Altered in front of my eyes. Like your phone trying to call me, your lifeline, 424-229-4140. Make a video of that. Post it. Those hijack can call us to me. I'm weird enough about to alter phone roots covered up. So Kayla, she goes to the Better Bars parties. She also goes to these sites and gets a whole big collection to print out what she likes. I'm Melton. Yes, son of a carpenter, married dad carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom Marianne. I'm son of a carpenter, I get to make parables. And this is Gold, my wheelchair. See us out? Ask for a contact card. And yes, follow the links. Like those on Melton for imagery there. Or Daffodilia. And you can print out 26,000, or at least the ones you like. Examples of my graphic art. I'll keep you company, we'll keep you company on that desk, on that nightstand, on that tabletop. Americans for unhijacked lifelines and fairly elected officials. I'm John Melton Brady. I've been asking you to check your lifelines all across America for over a decade, and I've yet to get one. 911 Flight 93, check that you picking up your phone right now. Trying to call me, 424-229-4140. And reaching me. And then, well, my phone works all the time. Lots of folks have tried to call. Seen religious censorship that can place a cowardly Hussein in our White House right after we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins. Oh, I'm not a fan of the Russian buffoon guy that's in there now either, but he's comic relief after that Hussein placing. Make that video of America's Hijacked Lifelines, and yes, can't reach me. You don't know how many others you can't reach to tell who they should vote for or what they should vote for. Eve has been doing her part for Halloween. She's been handing out candy as Adam takes their kids, door to door down the neighborhood. And he and the kids get back and they're all excited, in their costumes, and the mom, Eve, says, "What'd you get?" And a dad, Adam, excitedly says, "Oh, I got a Mormons Beware 4x6 photo." Nice text to say when those folks casing your neighborhoods when you're hard at work and preying on the elderly, what to say when they show up at your door, or just hand them that. That's not his real name. He's talking to Susan. It has disappeared yet again.
agency. And he said we'd start
Stolen twice now, as I'm going to put together the flight 93 check and other.
Because of his jet-setting connections to Saudi
Yeah,
Arabia,
federal files
terrorist
on
organization.
Barack Hussein Obama, the cowardly Hussein, placed in a White House right after we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins with 9/11.
Our files open on the man up until they told me.
Has disappeared yet again out of my whole damn folder was
Close it down.
stolen.
They're going to place him in the White House. You know, before they even had the election, they said, close it down. They're going to place him in the White House. I'm Melton, self-carbon, checking posted about. See what did that. Be the reported posted.
Stolen twice.